Hello and welcome to my heavy metal kitchen. Today I was going to talk about Bark the Moon, but I just need to start at the beginning, and this is really where it hit me. So Ozzy had just left Black Sabbath, and he wasn't feeling so great about it. He was kicked out because of drinking and drugging, and he wasn't quite sure what he was going to do, so he went away for a few months and basically drank and took a lot of drugs and thought he'd go back home to Birmingham. But instead, lucky for him, his manager, Don Arden, believed in him. The name of the band was supposed to be The Blizzards of Oz, but of course, that didn't stick. And I'm not going to even get into the 2002 reissue because that's just ridiculous. September 12th, 1980, it was released in UK, and then in the US it was September 27th, 1981. And wow, what a banger of great songs. Really changed the 70s were great for music, but we got a different style here with Randy Rhoads. And we'll just kick it off with track 1. I don't know. This hit me really hard. I talked about this in my last video, No Rest for the Wicked. Right before that album came out, I was, now this is the time when I talked about the beer distributor coming to our house. Yeah. So the reason for that was because my friend Kristen's brother, he was a little older, he was a senior, and we were in middle school. And this was when I was kind of learning how to play guitar, because we'd all be sitting around in her house, my friend's house, with her older brothers and his friends. And they'd all be playing guitars, and this was like the big album. And so I Don't Know was really, I learned, I knew how to play guitar before. I knew G, E minor, C, D. But at the time, I was learning that riff that fantastic riff for I Don't Know. Wow. With that open A and, the chords going up and down, and it just was awesome. And it was different. And now that I'm older, I can recognize that it's not those big chords, those big Sabbath chords like Iron Man, very different, So I had never heard it, and I thought it was pretty cool. We go on to track 2, of course, is Crazy Train, and I don't really need to say much about that. That's a pretty iconic tune, probably one of the most well-known Ozzy tunes, and a memorable solo from Randy Rhoads. He was definitely an innovative guitar player. He was doing things that other guitar players weren't doing, like I talked about, I Don't Know, that riff, with the open A, going up and down with the chords. It was different, it wasn't those big chords, like Iron Man, from Sabbath. It was very different from that. So, but we'll get back to the Sabbath sound later in the album. The next one, Goodbye to Romance. Now that's not really a favorite of mine, and that was Ozzy kind of, thinking about Black Sabbath and, just being sad about that, and I guess that we'll meet in the end. But then I love it that we go right into D, which was a song Randy Rhoads wrote for his mother, classical guitar playing, good stuff. And then we hit it back with those great metal songs. We got Suicide Solution. This is another one of my favorites. Besides I Don't Know, that driving bass line, it just sounds killer. And I think my favorite part is when that breakdown. Oh, now people, you really know where it's at, and it's just wow, what an ending to that song. Go right into Mr. Crowley. Now you're getting back. This is kind of getting back to that Sabbath sound, in my opinion. Those big chords, but definitely a very powerful song, and haunting intro. That bridge is one of my favorite parts, and going into No, I Want to Know What You Meant. Love it. Definitely great part of the song. Great way to end it. It was just connected so nicely. that whole song. The No Bone Movies. A lot of people have different opinions about this. It was kind of thought of as the weaker song on this, but I always liked it. I thought it had a peppy kind of sound. Of course, it comes from Bob Daisley's dislike for pornos. I think the lyrics are kind of funny, to be honest, and it's a clever song. I like it. And then this might be my favorite song on the album, Revolution, Mother Earth. There was this impending doom of, the Cold War was kind of at its height. Mother, please forgive them, for they know not what they do. Great lyrics, and it's just the perfect epic tune. And it might be my favorite overall of all of Ozzy's work. Progressive rhythm, solid ending. Steal Away. God, what a great song. And it's sort of like, it's a happy song, but it's very fast, and yeah, I think it's a great way to end the album. Good stuff. I don't know if anybody's read the book Off the Rails by Rudy Sarzo, but if you haven't, I would definitely check it out. It gives a good vibe of what was going on at this time. Great book. And that's it. I just, this is a really meaningful album to me, and I didn't want to do Bark at the Moon, although I get back to it. So thank you for coming to my heavy metal kitchen, and I will be cooking soon. I have a pretty good pasta recipe that I'm going to be sharing, and I hope you'll stick around for that. I'm going to end this with a little bit of Sabbath tribute I saw several months ago, and they're called Mr. Crowley, and they're awesome. Really cool band, and I'm glad I got to see them. Mr. Crowley, the Ozzy Experience. So anyway, I'll see you next time on my Heavy Metal Kitchen. You all take care. Have a great week.